Welcome back, everybody. Last time we left off, we did the side missions that gave us our EVE occurrence, and we're all done with that now. We just have to get through the main story quest bit now, so let's go ahead and continue on. So the console we seek lies on the far side of this aisle. Given the nature of the ground, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let's watch our step as we make our way. But likely we're going to have another sacrifice on our hands to get through here. So it really is a question, are the twins going to sacrifice themselves, or is Graha? Because I know if one twin goes, the other one's going to go. I am not interested in fighting you. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? Sure, we can go ahead and take a look at the console, why not? You try touching, smacking, and attuning with the console, but there's no response. No luck, I see. But there must be a way to activate it, there must.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough, but if we can't even activate it...
Perhaps there is a way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega. Sid built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
I'm gonna use my custom-made Omega Jammer. If I have it. I don't know if I have it.
Wait, you still have it? Sid and Nero's legendary device which brought low the superweapon Omega. Wait, the actual device was much too big to lug around, so you must only have the control module. And there I was getting all excited. Never mind. An old-fashioned spell will suffice.
It worked!
Opening connection to communications module 1. Connection established. Transmission. Strategic Matrix Signal 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with set guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Alright, going back to investigation, I guess. Let's focus our search on the outpost. Alisea and I will try speaking with the Omicrons this time in hopes we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Graha could observe them from a distance. These beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, let us begin at once. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Looks like we have to head off that way. This is the area I had to go to before for the ether current, I think. And immediately get attacked, yep. Yep, okay. If I'm lucky, I might be able to get one of them off. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Oh wait, yeah, okay, I got one of them to go away. I didn't mean this to hit my buff, I guess it's not going to really matter. Search base Omicron for errant Omicrons. You may move the camera. Yeah, okay, we get the cam mode again. Let's go ahead and take a look. Anything going on there? Omicron, speaking of Alphano, you can't hear the conversation, all appears otherwise normal. Thought I just saw like one running by. Omicron stands dutifully next to a device, so as not to suggest unusual behavior. This Omicron wanders about ceaselessly, as if lacking a clear objective. That's one that seems to be kind of whacked out, huh? An Omicron wandering aimlessly, where? Well, it's zipping by the entire place, so... Aha, I see it. It's left the base, let's follow it. It's definitely like reaching out to an area we don't usually go to over here, so... Oh, I thought it was the broken Omicron at first. Maybe it is, I don't know. It's not here, but if it came this way, it must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. Alright, let's see. Lambda. Yeah. Should be able to get rid of it though. There we go. What is your query? Oh, you found it. What are you doing here? I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. To go to such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is some problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves, like we do countless others. We conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way, and to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it's simply a malfunctioning Omicron. They are by no means uncommon. But also may be a unit possessed with the ability to make decisions, one not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. To endeavor to live, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Narn, one day, when this adventure becomes a part of your epic, do you think I'll be mentioned in it? Of course, why wouldn't you be? You truly think so? That would be a... Nay, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Wait, I'd best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of the emotion which bars our way. I can barely read the quest titles anymore. Oh, this one's normal. Hello, world. We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. Lambda, go away. Honestly, I could have teleported, but I'm almost the way there anyway, so... Ryan says you found suspicious Omicron. That's good, because the unit's here with no help. They also had the same thing to say about their extended operations unit, that there's no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. But enough about us. Tell us what. Tell me you learned something more useful. The Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others are even a fraction as philosophical. This unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be in a part or in a whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. Problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what happened. When I attempted to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger, much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest it has a connection to Sir. An inspired idea, I dare say it's worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time you must allow me to do the honors. I'll stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part, then, I'll approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Narn, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behavior. I should mention that shortly before you returned, Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed off towards the console. I first assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps... That could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, Alpha No and I will stand by the console, and when it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. Alright, seems to be off this way again. I guess towards the console, yeah. They did say that. It's over there, I see it now. I wish we could use that little step to skip over that, that'd be nice. Come on, there we go. You're the one that was observing the tree, are you not? Full glad I am to find you again. I have a question for you, see, about the device which sustains the tree. But it does not necessitate the disclosure of restricted information very well. Guards begin distracting the Omicron, soon LSA will strike the console of lightning. Observe M017 closely for anomalous behavior after LSA has cast her spell. You may move the camera as well as zoom. Okay, another camera thing, okay. Let's see. Ah, we got something. I thought it was going to be a little bit more subtle than that, but... An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostic. Error confirmed. My connection to the central command is suffering from intermediate failures. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You'll excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance, it's to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrade struck the console used to communicate with Sir. That's the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know, but before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well, our friends are at the console, let us head there. Alright.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. His body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as they do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them, I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say it, I'll do it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly. We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, You must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will. If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not describe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end!
Yeah, looks like it was Graha. Y'all leave so easily as if it's nothing. How do you think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give him such a flick, and that'll be just the start. That crystalline path, Graha has paved it for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on, for our friends and all who await us in faith. So come, let us seek the path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. Yeah, I guess it's off that way, sure. Now it's just us and the twins left. Is it really gonna come down to me being by myself? Look now, our portal is opened. Though surely Diva is true, it must. We're somewhere now. Well, here it is where the path begins, and it transcends, and it ascends to dizzying heights. Let's make our way, one sure step at a time. Our friends got us this far, their courage, their strength, their wisdom, their love. We owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Alright, I guess we'll head on. Where are we at on the map now? Alright, we're heading into the unknown central area. Don't know exactly where we're heading from here, so guess up here. The world is barely visible from up here. Surely we've come far, much farther than would have been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It's because we have known failure and frustration that we have learned and grown from them, that Hyland has entrusted us with this mission, with the fate of the very star. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream. Any moment now I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather alive. I'd go about my day relieved as the fragments of that other life fade away. That would be happiness, wouldn't it? That none of it... No, I won't give up on these experiences. Good and bad, they're mine. They're me. See the dragon land down that way. I guess they're the ones that had no screen going on with it, I guess. Me? Oh, I still have plenty of legs left in me, don't you worry. It's you I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone, and while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. Rest assured I am fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? But we can't afford to be too leisurely, neither need we rush unduly. We've crossed an impossible distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps away from Journey's End. It'll be all over before we know it. Well, this is it, the end of the path, and the beginning of whatever awaits. There'll be greater hardships. We may be made to feel powerless. Yet come what may, let us not have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved. And what we achieved, and how it changed us for the battle. That's worth fighting for and dying for, as they did. There are some structures up ahead, still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope that it all works out somehow. Still, you forgive me if I wish it for all the same, and for you most of all. Not that you of all people need it, just after all the help you've given me, for once I want to be able to be the one to help you. Let's continue on. Okay, so there were some structures up here, so that's kind of a question indeed. Well, we made it. Okay. This is almost... normal. It's not unlike many cities we know, but it's definitely quiet. Mayhap the inhabitants are within the buildings, or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both counts, there's simply no one here. Medion. This is how I found it when I arrived, another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, none can say. None live to speak for the dead. They are gone. Gone. Such all you like, but you only end up turning back. Well, that's unfortunate. We kind of need to talk to people to actually move along, don't we? What do you got to say, Medion? You think you've caught me? This form is barely a drop from the ocean that swells within the dead sun. Even so, I could easily unmake you. You're only still alive because of your comrades, but they cannot protect you forever. Till they fade away, I'll satisfy myself with watching you try and fail to find a way out of this lifeless place. If there's no one here, then neither should there be a motion to bar away. Yet Medion seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Whatever Medion may have said, we should confirm it with our own eyes. We need to have a look around. Indeed, at the very least, it doesn't appear to be a sprawling place like those before. If we split up, it shouldn't take long to cover the area. Medion's just gonna stand there and watch us, I guess. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. Perhaps you should try calling out. Is anyone here? If anyone has heard you, they do not respond. I didn't even think to do that. That's kind of amusing. Here, have some love and care for once in your life. Were it not for the thick layer of dust, one could imagine someone drinking from these cups just a moment ago. Curious indeed. The object resembles a tree and appears to have been fashioned from a stone-like material. Erected in place of an actual tree, or to serve some other purpose, perhaps. Regardless, there is no one left to explain, to tell its story. There's the bar counter. The place is reminiscent of a bar, but neither patrons nor staff are anywhere to be seen. Egg-shaped containers line the shelves, with a loose fit sitting on the counter, vessels for the beverages in all likelihood. A venue bustling with activity until it was not. It is dead silent here, I just realized that. We're like directly above the dead sun too now. In the distance, you glimpse LSA picking her way through the ruins, but otherwise spy no signs of life. If anyone can hear me, say something. You recall echoes faintly before being swallowed by the silence. I found the last one over there. Okay. Slightly off the ground, this appears to be a door, while the objects to the left could be letterboxes. The door is rusted shut, and the firm of dust all suggests no one has come through in a long, long time. Let's go talk with LSA. Now, take a look at this. If the road was a little longer, we could just take it to just beneath the dead sun. I suppose this is where the reconstruction ends. How about you? Did you find anything of interest? I see, I noticed the same things. Cups left upon tables, jars out of place. I don't know what happened there, but I do know I don't want to be alone anymore. We've searched enough for now. Let's find Elfino and compare what we've learned. Yeah, we did kind of leave him like right next to Meteon. That's kind of a bit of an awkward thing, right?
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteon seen.
Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out. Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin. And I believe that together, Alize and I can overcome their will. I'm sorry, but there is a chance, and I must seize it. For everyone. And for myself. I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even her. Why must she be the one? Why must she fight alone? More than a hero, She's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet... And yet...
Alize, I have an idea. Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave her a new one. For instance, a path where she finds happiness at journey's end. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on. Thank you. What are you?
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone. But this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters, as did they share their own grim findings with you. Overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars, some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear? I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream. It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude. Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Aetheris has a proper end.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be. That Meteion feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything. I know it well. That sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger. We rise, fall, and rise again.
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
Please, please, oh, please let them all be safe. Cryle? Are you all right?
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry. An associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
In a city devoid of life, he sensed the presence of another. The star of 1,000,000 worlds weighs heavy, and yet you can walk on. Well, that's curious.
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Looks like we have some friends with us.
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
Quite a few of these. I don't know if maybe I would call them memories or voices of people that are still alive. I'm pretty sure. So.
And sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn.
A future shaped by the choices we made in ways we could never foresee.
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home. I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
Looks like we're about there, huh?
Look light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
I guess this might be the last one here. Who's this gonna be, I wonder?
Let's finish this.
Medion! Long time no see.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled. Whose prayers were unheard. Whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Atheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You've suffered enough.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with... That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the world.
You must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful. Most about our stars that there remains so much we do not know. After all these years.
Is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
Godspeed.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
I won't forsake our cause.
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all. I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls. But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Vinar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration. You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Aetheris, past and present.
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Meteor, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
May you ever walk in the light.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Etheris.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
Come with us, Medion.
Can you hear me? The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting.
way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
You're leaving?
Of course. The encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Heideling's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offert's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World, the sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles? What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs? I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you. As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't be that way.
Alright, well that's probably the last time we'll see them for quite some time. Would be interesting if they did get reincarnated. It's possible. I don't think I ever knew what to say to the man. In retrospect, I always felt like the wrong thing. But the past notwithstanding, he came to your aid in your moment of need. We are here, and we will not squander this chance he has given us. We'll see to this tale to a triumphant conclusion and bid the final curtain call. We got our free bird for Ultima Thule, so we have flying in every single zone. This is it, the last quest. Are you ready, Naren? Then let us set forth for the reckoning. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond doubt, so I'll say only this. Within this dead sun swirls the emotions that Median has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strive for happiness but failed. As it was with the dead sense of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke an Adamish. It was not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of others that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding and acknowledging their fates, while still refusing to share in them ourselves. To hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I am here to help, as you have all helped me. Everyone's going home today, understood? Aye. The dead ends. Must be a dungeon, and then there's going to be no doubt a trial right afterwards. This is pretty much the end, guys. We're at the very last bit. So I'll see you next time with our dungeon. So see you then.